Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time right there. Just pulled up to Tower Park Marina on the California Delta. Can't really remember the last time I was here. It all kind of blends in after a while, but early morning, a little breezy right now. We're at the end of summer. Nights are getting cooler, days are getting shorter, that kind of deal. And one thing I've noticed past couple of trips out on the Delta is these fish seem to be in a transition mode. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still catch them doing the summer techniques like frogging, punching, but the main thing that I've noticed over the past couple of trips is a lot of bait in the system. They seem to be very bait oriented. And I've also seen striper in the channels chasing bait. So I'm assuming there's been an influx of striper in the Delta feeding up on this bait. So with that all said, figured today would be a good day to go out and I guess test that theory. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why, but I've got 12 rods with me here. It's just when you think about that blend of summer and fall, those techniques, that transition period, kind of like you want a little bit of everything. So I've got summer stuff, I got some early fall stuff, a lot of bait oriented style baits from A-rig spinner baits, and then some gill stuff too. Can't forget the gill stuff. And that's the plan, that's the idea today. A little breezy, that's all right. We're gonna get out there, gonna get this kayak ready to go, dump her in the water, and yeah, why not? Let's weigh them today. Let's weigh our best 5, see what kind of limit we can put together weight wise, and see what kind of damage we can do. Another day out on the water, another day out in the Delta. I'm excited. Let's get going. You know what, I'm just gonna get started right here. Why not? I brought this bait to throw it. Wade hogs. Take a look at this guy. Now that's not necessarily bait oriented or imitating, but I'm sure there's still some gill eaters, so let's give this a few tosses this morning. I think we've got the tail end of an incoming tide. I want to say till about 7:30. Then it's going to be outgoing. So I actually really like the tide for this. I mean, whatever we fish, 7-8 hour window. Grass here. Holy crap, man. What happened in the last tournament? First bite of the day I missed and it seemed like a good one. It's always a trip to me. You get bit like in the first couple casts and then you go a bunch of casts without a bite. Get your hopes up so high and then they're slowly diminishing. Nah, I can tell. We're gonna catch them today. Quality wise, I don't know. That's always to be determined on the Delta. We're gonna catch them. It feels fishy. It feels like they're gonna bite today. Oh, look at that. I was turning the GoPro on because I just missed one. And it came off, but it's a little keeper. What does that mean? Does that mean something? That bait was just paused? Oh, dang it. I think they're little, but it's kind of weird. Usually the little ones still get this in their mouth, like they hook themselves. 0 for 4. Not even gonna say it. If you know, you know. But I don't believe it. That's why I'm not gonna say it. I don't believe it anymore. I feel like we've broken that curse. You know, we could try something. Give him a little more time to think about it. my God. Dude! That was bleeping huge. That was a giant fish. Might have to work this slower. Something on the pause maybe? Oh my gosh. Oh, giant. Goodness gracious. 0 for 5 now? Oh my God. On the pause again. Are you guys messing with me? It's a good one too. Just hope I have a good hook in them. I want them to pull out. Jeez. So we brought the net right here. Come here, buddy. Get us on the board, will you? There we go. Maybe I just really need to slow down and let this bait sit a little more. You know what I mean? That's a coincidence that that fish did the exact same thing as the other one we lost. Looking at that replay footage might hurt a little bit depending on how big that fish was. Well, finally got a keeper. It's a 3+ pounder. Let's give him a quick weight. Nice fish. I want to keep fishing as much as I can because I feel like this bite window is gonna die down pretty soon. It's probably 3.5. $3.70. Okay, good fish to start. Hopefully the rear GoPro's working today. Thank you, sir. Back in there. Look at that bait. Take the bait. Jeez. That fish though is right around that curve, right? I'm on the other side now. See the bait flicking up. Just as it has been in the Delta. And it's kind of interesting, the last 2 places we were in the Delta, I'd say the last one was like Central Delta, the one before that was like South Delta. This is arguably Central, but I consider it kind of more North Delta. But every part of the Delta has that bait going on. The water temp has definitely dropped, so things are starting to cool off for sure. Just kind of figuring out where these fish are positioning. Does that count? It doesn't count, but dude, I knew we'd run into a striper. A baby striper. The old cranky. Oh, largie. Let's swim you out to deep water, buddy. Deeper water. Keeper. He's fighting good though. Fighting real nice. It's a fun bite. God, I haven't gotten on a crankbait bite in a minute. Oh yeah, he's got some weight to him. Little meatball. Put him on the scale. It's a 2-pounder. Gonna catch him today, guys. We're gonna catch him. 229 or 220. I'm sorry. Sir. See some bare rock bank out here on a high tide, and you can get a crankbait through there. You always got to give it a whirl. See? That's how you know there's a bunch of bait in the system when these guys show up. Oh, another bite, I think, maybe? Largie or striper? Quick release. Only problem with the crankbait for me personally in the Delta, unless it's like springtime, like summer, fall, I really don't catch big ones on it. I mean, you might get the occasional one, but you seem to just catch a bunch of little ones. See what I mean? Like, they're just smaller fish. I'm just gonna pick up all the fish with this instead of just the big ones. Check. Oh God. I am such a dummy. But still, that fish was way the heck behind that bait. There's another good one, man. Like, there's some good fish eating right now. We're cranking. Just try to get the limit real quick, fill up on the crank. Again, I can't imagine we're gonna get too many good ones on this, if any at all, but maybe some keepers. There we go. I think that's a bass. Well, maybe we do have a decent one. I think it's a striper. Feels like a largie. Oh, let's check it out. Hey, buddy. I might have got this one. He's got a big head of lettuce too. Oh, it's a giant. Don't goof this up. Oh gosh. Well, that's one of the rare occasions I catch a big one on a crank. Holy smokes, that's a big one. Dude, I'm telling you, the big ones are out to eat right now. That's a giant, man. Holy smokes, that's a giant. Berkeley square bowl, that little bluegill pattern. Dude. Yeah, that's a big fish. Get away from this rock wall. That's a, I think that's a 6. Ooh. 661. Yee. Good fish right there, guys. That's a nice one. Yeah, I want to get a measurement, but we'll get him back in, or her back in. Yeah, nice one. Thank you, sir. That's too funny. My whole spiel about how I only catch small ones on the crankbait in the Delta. Never mind. Well, not a lot of bites today, but there's the right ones. Getting the right ones, no doubt. Another good one, I think. Ah, never mind. I'm gonna say no. Could be borderline, but I think that was just shy. Knock on wood, I don't think that's gonna come back to haunt me. If it were a tournament, I'd definitely measure it, because you just never know, and that can jinx you sometimes, not keeping every keeper, just assuming you're gonna catch something bigger. But on a day like this, it's obviously not high pressure or anything. We won't bother measuring the ones that are borderline. Dude, that feels like a stripey. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, well, I guess I gotta keep fishing the square bowl. If it wasn't a stripey, that's another keeper. We only have three on the scale so far. So I don't even have a limit. Yeah, and I'm not concerned about it. Not yet, at least. But it would be nice to get 5 for, yeah, we'll say 10:30, 11 o'clock. So get another couple of keepers in the next 40 minutes or so. I think we can. I believe we're coming up on another nice stretch of rock bank, which, yeah, initially didn't think I'd be doing much of, fishing it. But now I have to. This in a second. I kind of took a break from the walking bait just because it got so dang windy, but apparently it's still playing and calling up some fish. Ugh. All right, man, maybe I should have measured that one before earlier. It's number 4. 13, almost 11 o'clock. We don't even have a limit yet. I'm not worried. I'm still not worried. Especially after we just got a punch fish. Oh, you know what? I don't think... Oh, my last fish didn't register. What was it? Forgot I didn't actually click the button to have that last fish register. A big one. Was it a 670, I think? 6 and change, I know. I'll just say 6.5. It's okay. We'll have the correct graphics on the screen. This water's a little dirtier. Let's opt for green. That's okay. That's okay. Could review my chesty GoPro footage to see what we weighed that one fish at, but I'm kind of scared with the GoPros lately that you fuss with them too much or do something different, they're gonna goof up on you. There's 4. Let's keep the punch stick in our hands and see if we can get number 5 and shoot, maybe call up. Was a bite and I goofed it up once again. Gosh, dang it. This is kind of our last little section of primrose. Because I don't think we have any more islands really until the way back of this, which I'm not going to go that far. So, man, I feel like we're going to get a bite in this last little section here. This is kind of our turnaround point. We got to fish back towards the ramp, or fish our way back towards the ramp, which isn't a bad thing. Love to just get number 5 out of the way, punching it through this stuff, which I think we can do as long as we capitalize. We're gonna get bit here. We're gonna get bit in this stuff. Number 5. Finally, man. I knew we'd get bit over here. Cheese, little primrose. There's fish under it, just maybe not the biggest fish in the world. Nice, buddy. Yeah, 163. Little fella, but number 5. Took till 11:17. It's okay. That's all right. All right, now let's fish our way back. Hit some of the same stuff, try some new stuff. Probably punch our way out of here just to see if we missed any fish in some of these mats. Odds are we did. Right, that's gonna call. Man, the better class fish are chewing today, guys. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. It's another 5-pounder, dude. Another 5-pounder, man. I'd have to stay back here a little longer and continue punching. It's gonna get rid of our 163. Or no, we have a 116, I'm sorry. So now we gotta get rid of a 163. Man, another gorgeous fish though. Thank you, Mama. I worked these same areas, just didn't leave them be because I clearly misfished the first time around. Man, oh man, guys, probably shouldn't say it, but I'll say it. Get 2 more big bites, get rid of our 2-pounders. We got like a low 2 and a high 1, now like 2-pounders on average between the both of them. Get rid of those with some big fish. It could be like one of my biggest Delta bags ever. Fish. Oh yeah. Man, I thought he was a little bigger than that, but I think that's gonna get rid of our 193. Is that what we got? Or 163? Yeah, it's a 2-pounder. Okay. Thank you, sir. We'll see. Yep, as this tide's dropped, whether it's the tide or the area, I kind of think it's a little bit of both, but it's punchy time. These fish are under the mats now. I feel like earlier they were out kind of roaming, chasing bait. Now they've gone to cover. I just wish there were more mats back here that I could fish and punch. Just aren't that many. whether the theory this morning about bait fish in the Delta held true or not, I can say one thing. We got some good ones. Not a lot of bites today though. Let me just say that. I thought today could be a day where we catch 30, 40 fish, but that was not the case. We didn't get a whole ton of bites, but we did get the right ones. For whatever reason, the better class fish seemed to be out feeding today, or at least this morning. And really, it was kind of just a junk fishing day. Started out, launched pretty early, right at sunrise. Had a handful of fish miss my Chapo, or maybe I missed them. A couple on the pause, so kind of strange, but maybe a sign that I needed to throw something a little slower, something that they could actually find and eat. Picked up the walking bait, threw that for a bit. Had a absolute monster, or at least it sounded like a monster. I'm sure I'll be able to show you guys on screen or do the little replay deal of how big that fish maybe was, but it blew up right by the boat. Walking bait just sitting there. It dug me under and just pulled off. That was a little bit of a heartbreak, but happy to have a bite on another topwater and actually commit to the bait. Short while later, almost the same exact bite, walking the bait all the way back to the boat and then just stopping it kind of unintentionally, and one came up and smoked it. It was a solid fish. First keeper of the day that we could put on the scales. I think it was 3.5. Continued fishing that for a while, didn't get any more bites. Decided to continue moving on, cover some more water. With the tide being so high this morning, I had to just give it a try, fishing the rocks or the riprap with a crankbait. Primarily a fall pattern, but when you can get away with it and the tide's not low and actually fish that crankbait clean through some rocks, it can be quite deadly and get you a lot of bites. I mean, I would still say this is true in general for me, especially out on the Delta. Not a lot of big fish on it this time of year. Springtime, that's when you're gonna get your better class fish on a crankbait. But this time of year, summer, fall, you're just gonna get a lot of rats and even baby striper, and that's really what was kind of happening. I did pick up our second keeper of the day on it, just over 2 pounds. However, going down another bare bank, rocks, throwing that crankbait, paralleling it, made a cast, we got bit. Wasn't exactly sure how big this fish was, but it started pulling me out to deep water. I was babying the fish. I did not want this one to pull off, bend out my hooks, anything silly like that. When I saw her flash, I saw it was a big old bass. Got her in the net. Glad I brought the net today, by the way. And definitely a solid Delta specimen. Big fish of the day. Second really good fish of the day. And third keeper in the boat. So that was really cool. Kept fishing the crankbait. I got a few more small ones, but that was it. Went a little while without anything. Was experimenting with some stuff. Laid a jig, the spinnerbait, continuing to throw the topwater here and there. Nothing really happened, so I ended up making my way into a slough that has some islands in the middle of it. Tide was starting to drop now. Water was starting to get low. Temperature was rising, so to me that means you're just gonna start punching, maybe some frogging. And that's what we did. Picked up the punch rod, started to get some bites on that. I think I picked up our fourth keeper doing that. Nothing big, but another keeper in the boat. I missed a few fish doing it too. A little sloppy with the punching today, but happy to get the bites. I think right around 11:15 or something like that. About 5 hours into our day, we got our fifth keeper punching. With that amount of bites in that very condensed small area, I continued to punch, really pick that area apart. Threw the bait to a hyacinth clump with some cheese around it. I actually didn't set the hook immediately. I kind of was wondering if I got bit. It kind of felt like a bite, but as soon as I pulled up, felt that resistance, I swung, got that fish out of the junk, out of the mat, put her in the net. Keeper number 6, another really solid fish, a 5.5 pounder. I'm trying to think of the last time I came to the Delta and in a single day caught 3 big fish, and can't really remember. It's been a while. So 3 big ones in the boat now, or on the scales. That was a good feeling. And again, at this point, I'm not getting a whole ton of bites. I'm getting a bite here and there, but even still, when you're getting quality bites, you keep fishing, you keep grinding. And that's what we did. Caught a few more punching. I think we called up a couple of times, but really that was it. I kind of milked that area for all it was worth. Ended up leaving, fishing my way back, maybe catching a fish here or there, nothing to write home about. And now it is just about 3 o'clock. We are back here at the ramp, and oh, final score or final tally for weight, probably looking at around 19 and change. Maybe we hit 20, right around 20 though. 20 pounds, not a bad day. If you told me at the beginning of this day that we'd put 20 pounds for our best 5 on the scale, I actually probably wouldn't have believed you. That doesn't happen a lot to me out here. So really cool to get 20 pounds and 3 big ones with a nice kicker fish in the mix. Fun day out on the Delta. I know there's been a lot of Delta videos lately, but when you're catching fish like this, getting a lot of fun bites on topwater, yeah, kind of hard to leave, you know what I mean? That's it for the video, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.